Welcome to our kitchen oasis. Today I'm going to show you how to make the best Japanese milk bread that is soft and yummy even the next day. First, you put about half of the bread flour in a large bowl. Then add milk and mix well. When all the flour is incorporated, cover it and leave this mixture in room temperature for 30 minutes. Next, you make simple roux. Put bread flour in a cold saucepan, add water, and mix a little. This can be lumpy at this stage. You turn the heat to medium and cook while you stir constantly. This roux is the key to make the bread nice and fresh even next day. When it's thickened evenly, the roux is done. So you put the lid and leave it to cool until later. After 30 minutes, the mixture in the bowl is very elastic like this. This will make the kneading process a little easier. Now you add other ingredients into the bowl. You add milk powder, sugar, instant dry yeast, and egg. And mix well. When most of the dry ingredients are incorporated, add salt and mix well. Next, you add cooled roux into the bowl. If it is still warm, it is okay to add. Then you add the rest of the bread flour and mix well. After a while, it gets hard to mix with a spatula, so you use your hand. Please incorporate all the flour on the bowl. Let's start kneading on the bench. This is a sticky dough, but please do not add any extra flour. It will come together without additional flour. Gather the dough with a dough scraper or a hard spatula and bash and roll the dough. This bashing will make the dough firm and less sticky. After bashing and rolling for a while, the dough becomes a little firmer and less sticky. Gather the dough again and roll this way like a letter V. This rolling will relax the dough and it becomes very elastic. You bash and roll again until the dough gets firm. Then roll it a V shape again till soft and elastic. You repeat this until the dough becomes smooth. Now you add cold butter. Flatten the dough slightly and put the butter and wrap it with the dough and start kneading again. As the butter is incorporated, the dough becomes sticky again, but repeating bash and roll V shape will work, so please don't give up and add extra flour. This dough is not the easiest dough to knead, but the outcome is very rewarding. Trust me, it's absolutely worth it. After vigorous kneading, the dough becomes nice and smooth. This may be still a little bit sticky, but it is nice and bouncy, like this. You can stretch the dough thinly, and if it stretches evenly like this, kneading is done. You put some oil in a bowl. You lift up the dough, make a nice round shape, and place it in the bowl and move it around to cover with oil so it doesn't get dry. Cover the bowl with a tea towel and leave it in room temperature for 1 hour or so. Now it's doubled in size. You can do the finger test. You put some flour on your finger and insert it in the center of the dough. And if the hole keeps its shape, it is ready. But if the hole shrinks, it needs some more resting time. This one is ready. So put the dough on the bench gently and flatten to remove air bubbles. Put some oil on your hand and spread on the dough. You cut the dough in half and make nice round shape. You can weigh the dough if you would like to divide perfectly. You put some more oil on the surface to keep those dough balls moist. Cover them with a tea towel and rest for 10 minutes. After the rest, the dough is relaxed and easy to shape. Flatten the dough very well, removing air bubbles as much as possible. You could use a rolling pin and spread into oval shape. When all the big air bubbles are gone and the dough is flat and oval, you fold both sides in like this. Flatten the dough to make rectangular shape. Then roll it like this and pinch the end to seal. And you repeat. I put this side touching the narrow side of the tin, like this, so the long side has a nice flat surface when baked. You put both rolled dough into the tin and cover it and rest for about an hour in room temperature until the dough is puffed up nicely like this. You used only half of an egg for the bread, so you can gently brush the leftover egg as egg wash. This will give the bread nice shiny surface and golden brown color. Bake the bread in the preheated oven at 200 degrees or 190 fan forced for 40 minutes or until the top of the bread is golden brown. When you take the tin out of the oven, knock the tin on all corners to get rid of the hot air rapidly. This will prevent the bread from collapsing. Japanese milk bread is done. Milk and milk powder give this loaf rich and sweet aroma of milk. This is my best bread recipe, and I really do hope you try this. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. See you next time.